Hey guys, welcome to the Adventures of Kengaku! And I've been meaning to do this video for quite some time now, and like it was a while ago that I did this, but yeah. I'm not exactly sure if it's really going to be that interesting, and yeah. But I would have done a lot of videos this weekend, but a lot of things came up unexpectedly. But now I'm here, and queer. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. It was about, we read this story in pre-AP English, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. And it's actually a really old story. But we did a play afterwards, and I guess the part that we did was more modern, whereas the other parts that the other people in our class, they were more based on the actual story and the actual words in it. But yeah. This is the play we did for, well, it wasn't that good, but it was kind of makeshift and thrown together in a week and put into Miss Harp's class for her to watch. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it thoroughly, as much as we did working on it. But it's probably not as interesting as my other videos, but here you go. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner.
Cool intro music plays or something. The mariner, the wedding guest, and two other people are in the scene. It is an ancient mariner, and you stop it. 1 of 3, turn it down. Or actually, let me put this into words you might understand. Narrator takes a breath and starts again. So, there was this old sailor, right? Well, he grabbed a hold of this other dude. The mariner stops the wedding guest.
Hey, look, what's the big deal? Look, I've got like a wedding in 5, and I need to be there or some bad mojo is going down. So just leave me alone, okay?
Wedding guest moves to leave, but the mariner grabs onto his arm.
There was a ship.
No.
The mariner lets go immediately, but stares into the wedding guest's eyes in a really creepy manner, not a cute one, and positions the wedding guest to sit down on a chair or something. Like just a 3-year-old, the wedding guest was entranced by the mariner's story.
The ship was cheered, the harbor clear.
Maybe some music here or something to set the scene.
We set sail, and somehow we made it to the point where the sun was right above us. We reached the mother.
Church bell.
Look, this is cool and all, but I really got to.
Now listen, like I was saying. We went to the equator, and this huge storm blew our ship south, right? We went south there, and south there, and south there. And anyway, we went so south that ice and mist surrounded us. And this ice was green, and it was high on us. Weird,
Right.
Try to remember, okay?
Song here to show that the scene changes to the icy doom that is the South Pole and stuff. Basically, the other two sailors come out with the mariner and the ship. The ship is a prop. When you ship prop thing, I don't know, ship prop, sorry, brackets, stage directions.
Oh my god, there is so much ice out there.
Not to mention the absolute lack of anything living.
We are going to die. We are. I just know it.
The mariner nods and holds up his hands in a fashion that suggests, yeah, whatever, okay? Sailor 1 and Sailor 2 groan.
Ugh.
Sailor 1 kind of just closes his eyes and mutters, over and over again. But then Sailor 2 sees something.
Is that a geese?
It's a goose, dumb bucket.
Goose?
Where?
Sailor 2 does not answer because Sailor 2 feels insulted and directs their anger to Sailor 1.
It is not a goose, it's a geese. Because there is only one of them.
You are so wrong. Goose means 1, geese means 2.
Oh yeah? Well, explain geese then.
Oh my god.
Wait!
Did you see?
It's a geese. And yes, I did. We just got done talking about that.
Where?
Look, it's up there. See?
Oh, thank god, we're not actually gonna die.
That's not a geese. That's an albatross.
The sailors rejoice. Also, can we have an albatross prop?
That hat was supposed to be the albatross.
And so, the sailors thought they were saved. They fed the albatross their food, and the ice split, so their ship can move again. But then, the mariner holds back a bow.
I got an idea.
The bow is pretend because we can't take weapons to school. The mariner lets go of the string, and the pretend arrow shoots the albatross.
Oh my god.
I shot the albatross.
and thou art long and lank and brown, as in the rip sea sand. I fear thee and thy glittering eye, and thy skinny hand so brown.
Fear not, thou wedding guest, this body drop not down. Alone, alone, all alone on the wide, wide sea. And never a saint took pity on my soul when I died. And many men so beautiful, and they all dead did lie, and 1,000 slimy things lived on, and so did I. I looked upon the rotting sea and drew my eyes away. I looked upon the rotting deck, and there the dead men lay. I looked to heaven and tried to pray, but or ever a prayer had gushed, a wicked whisper came and made my heart as dry as dust. I closed my lids and kept them close, and the balls like pulses beat. For the sky and the sea and the sea and the sky lay like a load on my weary eye, and the dead were at my feet. The cold sweat melted from their limbs, nor rot nor weep did they. The look with which they looked on me had never passed away. An orphan's curse would drag to hell a spirit from on high. But oh, more horrible than that is the curse in a dead man's eye. 7 days, 7 nights I saw that curse, and yet I could not die. The moving moon went up to the sky, and nowhere did abide. Softly she was going up, and on a star to the side. Her beams bemocked the sultry main like April hoar frost spread. But where the ship's huge shadow lay, the charmed water burned alway, a still and awful red. Beyond the shadow of the ship I watched the water snakes. They moved in tracks of shining white, and when they reared, the eldritch light fell off in horny flakes. Within the shadow of the ship I watched their rich attire. Blue, glossy green, and velvet black, they coiled and swam, and every track was a flash of golden fire. Oh, happy living things, no tongue their beauty might declare. A spring of love gushed from my heart, and I blessed them unaware. Sure my kind saint took pity on me, and I blessed them unaware. The self-same moment I could pray, and from my neck so free, the albatross fell off and sank like lead into the sea. Oh, sleep, it is a gentle thing, beloved from pole to pole. To Mary Queen the praise be given, she sent the gentle sleep from heaven. It slid into my soul, the silly buckets on the deck that had so long remained. I dreamt that they were filled with dew, and when I woke it rained. My lips were wet, my throat was cold, my garments all were dank. Sure I had drunken in my dreams, and still my body drank. I moved and could not feel my limbs, I was so light, almost. I thought that I had died in sleep and was a blessed ghost. And soon I heard a roaring wind, it did not come anear, but with its sound it shook the sails that were so thin and still. The upper air burst into life, and 100 fire flags sheen. To and fro they were hurried about, and to and fro and in and out. The one star stands between. And the coming wind did roar more loud, and the sails did sigh like sedge. And the rain poured down from one black cloud, the moon was at its edge. The thick black cloud was cleft, and still the moon was at its side. Like water shot from some high crag, the lightning fell with never a jag. A river steep and wide, the loud wind never reached the ship, yet now the ship moved on. Beneath the lightning and the moon, the dead men gave a groan. They groaned, they stirred, they all uprose, nor spake nor moved their eyes. It had been a strange, even in a dream, to have seen those dead men rise. The helmsman steered, the ship moved on, yet never a breeze up blew. The mariners all again worked the rope where they were wont to do. They raised their limbs like lifeless tools, we were a ghastly crew. The body of my brother's son stood by me knee to knee. The body and I pulled at one rope, but he said naught to me. I fear the ancient mariner, be calm thou wedding guest. 'Twas not those souls that fled in pain, which to their courses came again, but a troop of spirits blessed. For when it dawned, they dropped their arms and clustered round the mast. Sweet sounds rose slowly through their mouths and from their bodies passed. Around flew each sweet sound, then darted to the sun. Slowly the sounds came back again, now mixed, now one by one. Sometimes a dropping from the sky, I heard the skylark sing. Sometimes all little birds that are, how they seem to fill the sea and air with their sweet jargoning. And now 'twas like all instruments, and now like a lonely flute. And now it is an angel song that makes the heavens be mute. It ceased, yet still the sails made on a pleasant noise till noon, a noise like of a hidden bird in the leafy month of June, that to his sleeping woods all night singeth a quiet tune. Till noon we quietly sailed on, yet never a breeze did breathe. Slowly and smoothly went the ship, moved onward from beneath. Under the keel 9 fathom deep, from the land of mist and snow, the spirit slid, and it was he that made the ship to go. The sails at noon left off their tune, and the ship stood still also. The sun right up above the mast had fixed unto the ocean, but in a minute she 'gan stem with a short uneasy motion. Backward and forwards, half her leaned, with a short, uneasy motion. Then, like a pawing horse let go, she made a sudden bound. It flung the blood into my head, and I fell down in the swound. How long in that same fit I lay, I have not to declare. But ere my living life returned, I heard, and in my soul discerned two voices in the air.
Isn't he?
Quoth
Is
one,
this the?
I had to say that part.
Is this the man?
by him who died on cross. With his cruel bow he laid full low the harmless albatross.
The spirit who biddeth by himself in the land of mist and snow, who loved the bird that loved the man, who shot him with his mouth.
The other one was a softer voice, as soft as honey dew, quoth he.
The man hath penance done, and penance more will do.
It was great and all, but no one
Oh, this
answered
is
the
great.
question. What's behind the
Oh, that was part 2.
Go.
But tell me, speak again, my soft response renewing. What makes that ship drive on so fast? What is ocean doing?
Still as a slave before his lord, the ocean hath no blast. His great bright eye most silently up to the moon is cast. If he may know which way to go, for she guides him smooth or grim. See, brother, see how graciously she looketh down on him.
But why drives on that ship so fast without wave or wind?
The air is cut away before and closes from behind. Fly, brother, fly, more high, or we shall be belated. For slow and slow that ship will go when the mariner's trance is abated.
I woke and we were sailing on as in the gentle weather. 'Twas nightfall night, the moon was high, the dead men stood together. All stood together on the deck, where Ronald Dutchison all fixed on me their stony eyes that in the moon did lure. The pang, the curse with which they died had never passed away. I could not dry my eyes from theirs, nor turn them up to pray. And now the spell was snapped once more, I viewed the ocean grim, and looked far forth, yet little saw of what else had been seen. Like one that on a lonesome road doth walk in fear and dread, and having once turned round, walks on, and turns no more his head, because he knows the frightful fiend doth close behind him tread. But soon there breathed a wind on me, nor sound nor motion made. Its path was not upon the sea, its ripple or in shade. It raised my hair, it fanned my cheek, like a meadow gale of spring. It mingled strangely with my fears, yet it felt like a welcoming. Swiftly, swiftly flew the ship, yet she sailed softly too. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze, on me alone it blew. Oh, dream of joy, is this indeed the lighthouse top I see? Is this the hill, is this the kirk, is this mine own country? We drifted o'er the harbour bar, and I with sobs did pray, or let me be awake, my God, or let me sleep alway. The harbour bay was clear as glass, so smoothly it was strown, and on the bay the moonlight lay, and on the shadow of the moon. The rock shone bright, the kirk no less, that stands above the rock. The moonlight sees in silentness the steady weathercock, and the bay was white with silent light till rising from the same, full many shapes that shadows were, and crimson colors came. A little distance from the prow those crimson shadows were. I turned my eyes upon the deck, oh Christ, what I saw there! Each corse lay flat, lifeless and flat, and by the holy rood, a man all light, a seraph man, on every corse there stood. This seraph band, each waved his hand, it was a heavenly sight, they stood as signals to the land, each one a lovely night. The seraph band, each waved his hand, no voice did they impart, no voice, but oh, the silence sate like music on my heart. But soon I heard the dash of oars, I heard the pilot's cheer. My head was turned perforce away, and I saw a boat appear. The pilot and the pilot's boys, I heard them coming fast. Dear Lord in heaven, it was a door the dead men could not blast. I saw a third, I heard his voice, it is the hermit good. He singeth loudly his godly hymns that he makes in the wood. He'll shriek my soul, he'll wash away the albatross's blood. This hermit good lives in that wood with slopes down to the sea. How loudly his sweet voice he rears, he loves to talk with mariners that come from a far country. He kneels at morn and noon and eve, he hath a cushion slumped, it is the mast that wholly hides the rotted old oak stump. The skiff boat near and I heard them talk, why this is strange I trow, where are those lights so many and fair that signal made but now? Strange by my faith, the hermit said, and they answered not our cheer. The planks look warped, and see those sails, how then they are sere. I never saw aught to like unless perchance it were brown skeletons of leaves that lag my forest brook along. And the ivy trot is heavy with snow, and the owlet whoops to the wolf below. Then she eats the she-wolf's young. Dear Lord, it hath a fiendish look, the pilot made reply. I am afeard, push on, said the hermit cheerily. The boat came closer to the ship, but I nor spake nor stirred. The boat came close beneath the ship, and straight a sound was heard. Under the water it grumbled on, still louder and louder, more dread. It reached the ship, it split the bay, the ship went down like lead. Stunned by that loud and dreadful sound, which sky and ocean smote, like one that hath been 7 days drowned, my body lay afloat. But swift as dreams myself I found within the pilot's boat. Upon the whirl where sank the ship, the boat spun running round, and all was still, save that the hill was telling of the sound. I moved my lips, the pilot shrieked, and fell down in a fit. The holy hermit raised his eyes, and praised where he did sit. I took the oars, the pilot's boy, who now doth crazy go, laughed loud and long, and all the while his eyes went to and fro. Ha, ha, quoth he, full plain I see, the devil knows how to row. And now all in my own country I stood on the firm land. The hermit stepped forth from the boat, and scarcely he could stand. Oh, shrieve me, holy man, the hermit crossed his brow. Say quick, quoth he, I bid thee say, what manner of man art thou? For with his frame of mind was stretched with a woeful agony, which forced me to begin my tale, and then it left me free. Since then, at an uncertain hour, the agony returns, until my ghastly tale is told, the heart within me burns. I pass like night from land to land, I have strange power of speech. That moment that his face I see, I know the man that must hear me, to him my tale I teach. What loud uproars burst from that door, the wedding guests are there. But in the garden bower the bride and bridesmaids are singing, and hark the little vesper bell, which biddeth me to prayer. O wedding guests, this soul hath been alone on the wide, wide sea. So lonely 'twas that God himself scarce seemed there to be. O sweeter than the marriage feast, 'tis sweeter far to me, to walk together to the kirk with the goodly company. To walk together to the kirk, and all together pray, while each to his great Father bends, old men and babes and loving friends, and youths and maidens gay. Farewell, farewell, but this I tell to thee, thou wedding guest, he prayeth well who loveth well both man and bird and beast. He prayeth best who loveth best all things both great and small. For the dear God who loveth us, he madeth and loveth us all. The mariner whose eye is bright, whose beard with age is hoar, is gone, and now the wedding guests turn from the bridegroom's door. He went like one that hath been stunned, and is a sense of forlorn. Sadder and a wiser man he